Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and it turns out we were wrong about Season 2 of Modern Warfare 2. Turns out Castle is not going to be coming to the multiplayer. In fact, everything we thought we knew about Season 2 is mostly related to Warzone, and not to the actual Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Surprise, surprise. The gameplay you guys are watching, by the way, is actually somewhat relevant, and we'll be covering that more towards the very end of the video. But for right now, the big news of the day, Ashika Island. I probably mispronounced that, but you know what? I'm just going to own it. I don't mispronounce anything. I say things properly all the time. So it's a brand new map. It's going to be coming to Warzone 2. It's going to be a Resurgence map, so picture it to be something along the lines of Rebirth Island if you played the original Warzone, or maybe Alcatraz if you played Blackout way back in the day. Similar idea, right? It's like Battle Royale on a smaller scale. This is going to be the new map. Here are going to be the points of interest that they revealed to us on Twitter today. We have Tsuki Castle. That's probably how you pronounce it. And yeah, so that's essentially going to be Castle, I would imagine, from Call of Duty World at War / Call of Duty Vanguard. Of course, we saw that return last year with that game. And that's going to be like the very center of the map itself. And if you recall, there was some leaked promotional images for Season 2. Nothing official has come out as of right now, but the leaked images showed Castle, again, from Call of Duty World at War and Call of Duty Vanguard. So we were all led to assume that it was going to be more of an Asian Pacific kind of like a themed season for Modern Warfare 2, which was also odd though, because we had just seen Castle back in Vanguard, but we're like, all right, well, we're going to see how this is going to go. We know they love to reimagine maps from back in the day. I mean, Season 1, we got Shipment and Shoot House, and wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if we ended up getting Castle back during Season 2, but turns out no, Castle is not coming to the multiplayer. It's only going to be part of this Resurgence map right here. And again, you guys have been seeing some of the promotional images. We have different locations like the residential area, the shipwreck area, the port, the castle, the town center, the beach club, and then the farm area. And there's also going to be a bit of an underground area on top of that as well, where you can kind of like navigate the map in kind of a sneaky way according to the official Call of Duty Twitter page. So yeah, that's the big news, I suppose. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I know a lot of people love Battle Royale, and I know that Call of Duty essentially is synonymous with Battle Royale these days. It seems like if you say you play COD, like let's say you walk up to a random person, right, or you meet somebody for the first time, you start talking about video games, they ask if you play COD, they mean Warzone. They don't actually mean, you know, Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. They're not asking if you play Search and Destroy. They're asking if you play Warzone. That's just like how it is nowadays, man, which pains me to my core. It really does, as someone who tries to focus on multiplayer content here in the channel. Dude, that's rough. It really is. But what's also rough, and this was also brought to my attention today by a number of you guys on Twitter, third person is gone here within Modern Warfare 2. It was just straight up removed. If we go and check the playlist here, it's nowhere in the quick play, it's nowhere in the featured playlist, it's just straight up gone. It was one of the game modes that they advertised the game for pretty heavily. Of course, we saw it back during the beta as well, and it seemed like third person was going to be a staple within Modern Warfare 2 for people that wanted that style of gameplay. Third person has not really been a big part of the COD franchise traditionally, but people like third person shooters, they added it to this game. It actually worked pretty well if you enjoy that kind of gameplay, and the people were enjoying it. You know, I'm sure it's a smaller, more niche community, sort of similar to hardcore. Like, I know a lot of people play hardcore, or as it's known right now, tier 1, but you know, hardcore is coming with Season 2. I feel like a lot of people play that, but I feel like the vast majority of people do it just so they can, you know, grind camos and pistols and stuff like that a little bit easier. I think the number of people that exclusively play hardcore is much smaller than the overall player count might indicate, if we even knew what the player count was. I think a lot of people just do their camos there, right? So the hardcore community, I would say, is a little bit smaller, maybe a bit more niche, and even smaller than that, I would say, would be the third person community. But the third person community essentially just got the big FU from Infinity Ward. I mean, they removed any trace of it from the game. I'm sure you can probably maybe play it in private match, maybe, but yeah, it's gone now, and they didn't really give us a reason why, and a lot of people are kind of upset by that. So I figured I would mention it in the video here today. Maybe it's been one of those situations where they only have a certain number of playlists that they want to share with people, and maybe they're going to rotate third person in and out. I don't know. It might be one of those situations where, you know, they take something away intentionally so they can then add it back later and say, see, we listen to the community. We're on your side. We're on your side, guys. Similar to what they did with hardcore, I suppose, which I'm happy hardcore is coming in Season 2, but We'll have to wait and see, guys. We're going to have to wait and see what's going on with third person. We're going to have to wait and see what's actually going on with Season 2 as well, because here we are, the last day of January. February starts tomorrow, and we still don't know anything about Season 2's multiplayer, besides the fact that they took 2 weeks to, they had to delay the season for 2 weeks so they can work on fan feedback, and the only fan feedback they took into consideration was making it so we get our bonus perks faster and our ultimate perks faster in the normal multiplayer, and they added hardcore instead of tier 1, but that essentially, like I said, that's literally a situation of them taking away something just so they can give it back and act like it's new content, which, by the way, I would not be surprised whatsoever if we end up seeing that museum map from the beta being a core featured map with Season 2 as new content with Season 2, because that map has just been MIA since the beta. I mean, it was all buggy and causing seizures and stuff. So, yeah, we'll have to see, man. We're going to have to wait and see. Right now, they're announcing stuff for Warzone, and so far, we haven't really learned much about multiplayer really whatsoever, which is kind of just a way of things, you know what I mean? It's kind of just how things go as of late in the Call of Duty franchise. But as always, I'll be here with you guys every step of the way as we learn more and as this story develops. But for right now, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.